It's a great opportunity this evening to talk about the New Bedford Festival Theater, which has been in existence since 1990. This entire year going backward, not the calendar year, but the year going from July 25th of 2014 with the opening of The Sound of Music, all the way that entire year to 2015 on the 24th of July, opening up Mary Poppins, has been our 25th anniversary year. We decided by celebrating it that way, we could get 2 shows in, and since we're a summer organization, that's what the best way to celebrate our 25th.
A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, the medicine go down, medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in a most delightful way.
Hi, I'm Melissa McCamey, and I'm playing Mary Poppins, the wonderful magical nanny who comes in to help the Banks family in London.
First things first, I always say the proper place to hang a hat is on a hat stand. Let's see here. Where did I put it? Ah, yes.
There's nothing in it. We better keep an eye on this one.
My name is Taylor Wright. I'm playing Bert. He's the chimney sweep, magical, dancing man narrator that carries you through the story.
When you send it flying up there, all at once you'll light of in air. You can dance on the breeze over houses and trees with your fist holding tight to the string of your kite. Oh, let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's go fly a kite and send it soaring up.
I think the reason that this story is so timeless and that people still are singing along to the songs and watching the movie and passing it down generation to generation is because it is a very simple lesson in this guise of this magical world, this impossible thing that happens, that this woman flies in on an umbrella. You know, this it's magical, but it's still very real, and it's a family. It's about a family. It's about my family, it's about your family, you know, it's about, the story is universal, completely universal, and it's something that you can, it's enough food that anybody could chew on it, you know, like anybody can take a little piece, and it's probably applicable to something that's going on in their lives.
Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. No wonder that it's Mary that we love. Now come on.
Who is Mary Poppins? Well, she never explains anything, but she is practically perfect in every way. She'll tell you that up front. She's someone who sees the best in people and will bring it out of them in ways that they won't think up for themselves.
I said I was practically perfect, and here's my aim. By the time I leave here, you both will be the same. You'll be practically perfect. You will be practically perfect in every way.
Can I identify with certain qualities of Mary Poppins? For my side job, I'm a nanny in New York City, so taking care of children and all of that, I have a lot of experience, but the way she comes in and handles them in such a perfect way, that's hard for me to identify with, but she's such a wonderful character.
I make it a rule never to give references.
But I thought it was usual.
Oh, a very old-fashioned idea to my mind. The best people never require them now.
It's very odd how things happen, because in this production of Mary Poppins, we ended up hiring our leading lady from last year who played Maria. I was in shock when she came to the New York audition, because when she delivered her audition piece, she was no longer Maria, and she was very much Mary Poppins. And members of the staff all felt the same way. The director, Michael Susko, and the musical director, Juan Rodriguez, and our artistic director, George Chapman, all said, She did a 180-degree turn in much the same way that Julie Andrews did when she went from one movie to the other. So here we are doing the flip side, as it were. And I said to the audience, when you left last year, you know, the Von Trapps were leaving their homeland and because of Nazi oppression, and the Mother Abbess bids them a farewell by singing Climb Every Mountain. There wasn't a dry eye in the theater. Well, this year, you will be clapping and singing at the curtain calls, which to me is a relief, because we need to alternate our feelings when we go to the theater.
A nanny should rule. A nanny is a pedagogue who suffers no fool. A nanny's a stalwart our children would gain by having such a nanny in Cherry Tree Lane.
Of course, George, but as you know...
Control of situations. Show your authority when interviewing staff. You know your role. They know their stations. Efficiency and forethought cut the jobs in half. Briefcase.
Mary Poppins, after you've done The Sound of Music, is almost a logical segue, I think. You know, it's a great show. I've always loved it. Disney and Cameron Mackintosh's production of Mary Poppins. And there's so much about it that is the word magical keeps coming out over and over again, because it's not a show rooted in reality like The Sound of Music is. I've told members of the audience from last season, I said, you have a totally different take this summer. I said, I do that intentionally. I don't want people to feel every time they go to see a festival theater show, it's a kind of a similarity. So this is not, even though people very much remind me that Julie Andrews was the lead in both, but I said, what a testimony to her talents as an actress.
One of my favorite scenes is actually with Bert on the rooftop, right before she's about to leave the Banks family for the first time. And they just have this little moment, and you kind of see Mary Poppins' heart a little bit. She kind of lets her guard down because she and Bert are good friends. And so that's a moment for her to just breathe and sing up on the rooftop.
When you're with a sweep, you're in glad company. Goodbye, Bert.
This is such a timeless and loved story by both adults and young children, because it's a story about parenthood and childhood, which everyone can relate to, no matter where you grew up and who you grew up with. And it's a story about how the challenges of both of those things and what we as humans can do to make them better.
You know, anytime something looks like it's light and magical and fun, it's usually hard work for everybody doing that show. It's harder than doing The Sound of Music, a much more difficult show. Everybody's been under the gun. The flying is done by Foy. Foy has done every Peter Pan ever known by mankind, including Mary Martin back in the golden age of the 50s, and then later Sandy Duncan, and also Kathy, I forget her name for a minute. But anyway, all of that, you know, all of those people were flown by Foy. And today they tell me the man who came in to install our equipment and teach everybody how to fly said to me, today we're doing nothing but Mary Poppins. We're doing a few Peter Pans, but Mary Poppins is the big flying show right now. Now the magic, there's so much that goes into the magic. It's like, I don't even know all of it. I'm the producer. The producer doesn't know all the ins and outs of the show every single minute, because once I hire people to do various jobs, I don't know how to fly actors, but I knew I had to hire Foy to fly my actors. And I even find it magical. I'm like the audience. And I like that, because when I react to it, and I know the staff and everybody here, including the cast, when I react to it by laughing, or they say, well, you're laughing like you're in the audience, and that pleases them. They feel that I get it, but I'm getting it from another standpoint. So it's good. It's a good thing.
What does au revoir mean?
Why?
Because that's what you said to me in this note. Dear Jane and Michael, keep playing the games. Au revoir, Mary Poppins.
Well, it's French, I know that. Does it mean God bless you, or is it good luck? No, I remember now. It's till we meet again. Now come inside before you catch your death.
Between the Boston audition and the New York, those auditions pull people from all over the country. So we have hired people from Washington State, from Arizona. Well, our two leads in this show, believe it or not, are from the same little town in Texas. And they never knew each other. Even though it was a small town, they didn't know each other. We cannot even believe it, that they came from this small town outside of Dallas. And so it's so odd because Melissa, as we told you, was our lead last year, and she was living in New York when we auditioned her. But Taylor Wright, who plays the role of Bert in the show, The Chimney Sweep, he's also from that same town. So it's very odd. It's very odd. The theater has certain things about it, the coincidences, the inexplicable things that happen, and meeting somebody after having worked with them years before. We always say that the theater's a very small world, and it really, really is. It really is. So we've been very fortunate to get these people, and they're marvelous. The other thing I can say to you, in this show, we have many people from the Boston Conservatory, and we've worked with many of those people over the years, over our 25 years as a theater group. So we're very happy about that because they're extremely well trained, they're professional, they're focused. We love them. They're great people.
Well, I just graduated from school actually in May. I played Burger in Hair. I've played Frankenfurter in the Rocky Horror Show. Lots of different, different roles all over the wall. But it's nice to. I've played Gaston in Beauty and the Beast, another Disney musical. So it's kind of similar. It's fun to work on another Disney show because they're similar. They're similar in ways, but the stories are. It's like always fun to mine. See what else is there in each different thing.
Michael Susko, the director, is just phenomenal. He's one of the best you can find. And the thing I love about the theater itself is it seems like it's almost a springboard for actors. I've heard of actresses and actors who've gone on to Broadway, gone on to much better things, and it's almost like I won't say a boot camp, but a springboard for people's careers.
Honestly, it's been a family, truly. We've all stuck together and gotten into the show, and the show is really keeping us going through this rehearsal and getting us through Tech Week and getting us to opening on Friday. It's really a lot of fun.